Well, I'm back. Um, it's been a interesting ride over the past few years. Life has been unfortunate and also very fortunate, I guess, uh, with everything that I've been going through. So I guess this is going to be an explanation of what's going on and getting it out of here and into the world. So I guess without further ado, here we go. Uh, I guess I should start by saying that I went through a divorce. Um, Things were going decently at first, I thought. And after a while, it got to the point where we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things in life. And that's not where I wanted to be long term. And there was no changing on either side. And I made the hard decision of letting that lifestyle go and letting that person go. And it's funny how God can work, because during that process, I met my current wife in the midst of dealing with all that pressure and mental stress. And I hit a real low point during all of that divorce situation. And I haven't really had a chance to really talk about any of it with anybody extensively except for my family. It does take a mental toll on you, dealing with stuff like that. It's not easy. I was fortunate enough with the process that I had to not have any kids with my ex-wife, so didn't really have anything to complicate the situation other than dealing with the courts and getting the lawyer situation I should say not having to deal with lawyers was a very good situation not to be in. We were able to do it very quickly. I think we filed in May and we were completely divorced by July, I think it was, or maybe even been April or March that we filed, and then got it done within a few months. There was no contest. I basically gave everything I had that I could afford to give away to her, so I didn't have to worry about anywhere for her to go. She didn't do anything hurtful enough to me to be that vindictive where I took everything from her. I had a place where I could go live. She didn't, so I just gave her the house, gave her all the things that I didn't need, and left and didn't look back. Got the court situation figured out. And along the process of going through all the stress and everything else, I met my wife that I have now, and she is honestly a godsend. I don't know where I would have been mentally if I didn't find her when I did. It's been a rough mental stress since the beginning, but since I found her, it's been easier. We click. We've always clicked. I don't understand how we didn't find each other sooner than what we did. It was just, I guess, part of God's plan or timing or whatever you want to say about it. Yeah. So we met, and she didn't want me at first. I had to kind of be annoying enough to let her, or to make her want to even try to attempt anything with me. She'll tell you that too. I was very annoying about everything that I had or wanted to do. We met through photography. She wanted a photography session done for her birthday, and I did that. And then we became friends at that point, and then the divorce situation arose, and I just never stopped hanging out with her, and then it turned into a relationship. She was going through some stuff too, mentally, and I was there for her in a time of need when nobody else was. And by no means is any of this a perfect course of actions that happened. We've had our bumps in the road just like everybody else has. It's just we've found reasons and ways to persevere through all of it. It's not easy. Uprooting one lifestyle and immediately getting into another one with somebody else, because you carry over all of your baggage into every relationship you move forward with. And over time, those pieces of baggage fall away, and you get to build new and exciting things and memories with the person you have in that moment. And I've had a lot of things that I've taken for granted and used vindictively towards my new wife that I have learned from, and I've tried to be a better person, better man, better husband for her. We have a couple of kids. She had a daughter before I met her, and then we have a kid together. They've given me reason to keep going and not dwell a whole lot on personal issues. God, I love this woman. She gets on my nerves sometimes, and I get on her last nerve every day, I feel. But we've built a home. We built a family. It's not perfect, but we're perfect for each other, and I think that's what matters the most. We've both started growing in our faith. I know she's grown exponentially in her faith. It's been an amazing experience watching her grow and learn more about God and figure out who she's supposed to be and how she's supposed to interact with the world. She's had her own set of life lessons and burdens that she's dealt with over the years that I wouldn't wish on anybody. And she's a very strong person because of that, and I would never take any of that away from her. We get at each other sometimes, but it's the love at the end of the day that matters the most, and we haven't had anything happen where we couldn't bounce back from and get things going the right way. Since we've been together, we've, like I said, we've added a child to our lives. We now have 2 kids total, and I no longer do the pool thing. I used to build pools for a living. When I first started this channel, I was just getting started good in doing the pool industry. I spent 8 years or better doing pools with one company. I spent another 3/4 of a year with another company, and it just didn't work out. I felt after I learned everything I did that at some point I wasn't getting paid fairly. When I first started out, the pay was fine because I didn't know anything about it, but the incremental growth that I did have monetarily did not quantify the amount of learning that I did over 8 years, and I found out what other people were making in the industry and realized that I wasn't getting paid what I was worth. And decided to try something new. And then the new pool company wasn't working out. They were not getting enough business to keep guys afloat for long term, and I needed money to get afloat because I'm still recovering from the divorce and all the old bad habits I was dealing with before I met my current wife. So now I work for another company that's not even remotely related to swimming pools, and we work out of town a lot, and that takes a mental strain on a newly developed family. And my wife is a very strong and persevering woman, and she's got to deal with a lot when I go out of town. She's got to deal with both kids and her job too. And I'll be honest, I take that for granted a lot, because I only can focus on what's right in front of me. It's hard to be home and away at the same time. She's had a lot of long, stressful months and weeks back to back where I'm not there, and she has to do all of it basically without me there. Only thing I can do is be there for phone support basically, and give her insight onto how things could be perceived or done in a certain way if it's too much stress for her to handle at one point in time. I love her to death. She's I don't think anybody else can do it. I'm sure people could. I just don't believe anyone else can do it the way she does it. Things get done, things sometimes don't get done, and I can't fault her for everything because it's hard for one person to handle all of that. And I know for her especially, it gets hard whenever she's got her own problems to deal with day in and day out, much less with 2 kids not calling mom every 2 seconds and needing to take care of the house and pay the bills and things like that. A year ago, now that we're past all of the other stuff, I dealt with the loss of my dad. It's a very interesting situation. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be dealing with it. I knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming. It's not remotely easy at all having to deal with the lifestyle changes and dealing with kids and work, and then all of a sudden your parent is gone who you had as a kid and had a lot of memories built up with over the years. Yeah, that's been a real thorn in my side for mental stress and everything else that I've dealt with day in and day out. It still gets me from time to time. It doesn't get easier. Well, I shouldn't say that. It does get easier, but it comes in waves of difficulty. Some days are fine, like I don't have a thought at all about any of it. And then other days I'll be driving down the road or whatever, and it kind of just hits you, and you can't shake it. You can't get rid of the thought, and then it breaks you down for a minute. Then you move on and keep going, and you try to put a smile on and get your job done, which you do because you have to. And then days like yesterday, I'm mowing the grass and a song plays on the iPod or the iPhone or radio, whatever, and it sends you down a spiral of thoughts and memories, and you can't help but start crying. Grown man crying on a lawnmower at the end of the day. Got home from work, started the lawnmower up, started mowing the yard, and it doesn't help that the mower that I'm on is my dad's old one. So you start thinking about things and life and memories you had, and it's been really stressful. And then having to be there for my mom whenever she has her moments where she needs comforting, and things like that, and being there for my kids, being there for my wife. I had a lot of mental stuff going on. And sometimes I don't have the strength to talk about it with anybody else. And that's my fault. So I know I have people that I can talk to. And sometimes talking to people helps, and sometimes it doesn't. And I have that to deal with day in and day out. And I'm sorry that I'm breaking down right now. I can't help it. I guess I'm using this channel now as a therapy session. All the other hats that I wear day to day, and being a therapist for myself is not one that I thought I would have today. I'm not even certified to be a therapist, like, at all. So yeah, life's been kind of fun, kind of not fun, and you got to keep going. You can't let it get to you. We started a youth group with our church. That's been interesting. As soon as I started the youth group, I got sent out of town for a month or better. So naturally, whenever you start a youth group, your significant other becomes your partner, your helper, your whatever you need whenever you do something like that. And being that I'm not physically there, she has to kind of pick up that slack and then have someone else help her while I'm not there. So that's been fun. And all this stuff just constantly just, I don't even know how to say it. It makes its rounds in my head every day. The thought of not being with my wife, the thought of not being there for my kids, the thought of not being able to deal with our bills and deal with mental stresses that appear out of nowhere that I have no control over. And then starting a youth group, trying to make sure I do the right thing by them. And then working this job, make sure I have enough money to keep my family afloat and not have to worry about finances, which you worry about anyway. That's another thing to add to the list. Dealing with a divorce that you're still scarred from, even though it wasn't as bad as it could have been, it still hurts nonetheless. Losing dogs, and that's another thing I've had happen. My dogs are gone. One of them got out of the house, and we haven't seen her since. Don't know how she got out. We came home one day and she was just gone. Someone may have broke in, someone may not have. The door may have got left unlocked or open or cracked, and she got out when we weren't looking. I don't know. She's gone. Another memory that I had with my ex-wife that's now gone, which is helpful in one sense but hurts in another sense, because you kind of dump things on your animals whenever you're dealing with stuff initially. Then my other dog, we had to put him down because the mental stress for him, I'm sure, was bad because he had separation anxiety, and I'm sure he dealt with loss in his heart not being with my ex as well. And then getting a new family, and then being forced to have a different lifestyle than he was used to, and then meeting a new family and getting to learn all them, and then having to basically have mom and dad look after him because the place we were renting at the time didn't allow for pit bulls to be part of the animal situation. So he ended up snipping at a kid, and no one got severely hurt or injured, but because of that, we felt it was necessary to put him down. Not to mention he was having hip issues and things like that. His back legs were not working properly at 100% of the time, so that was another thing we had to deal with. So yeah, and I'm sorry to dump all this dump all of this on you guys. It's not your responsibility to keep up with this stuff, or it's not your responsibility at all to also deal with my personal problems that I have. But I felt like I needed to get things off my chest, explain a few things, and go from there. I'm now 20 minutes into a video just rambling, getting things off my chest. I feel better now than I have in a while. It still hurts, but you deal with it. The future of the channel. I want to get into more outdoorsy, explorative things. There's a few videos still on the channel where I was hanging out with family in Washington State. I'd love to see them again. It's been a rough patch not being able to get out there and see everybody. Love you guys. Haven't seen you guys in forever. Missed you guys. I know you guys miss Dad, and I'm sure somewhere, wherever he's at, heaven, most likely, he's missing you guys too. I know he loved you guys a lot, misses you guys a lot. I'm not going to name anybody's names just for personal reasons. Don't want people to get the wrong ideas or anything like that. Don't want to neglect anybody if I forget someone's name. But he loves everybody. He loved everybody. He misses you guys. I'd like to also use this as a channel for me to vent or talk about things in the world or get things off my chest, and maybe have a few jokes, laughs, incorporate my family from time to time, let the kids kind of unwind a little bit and show you guys their lifestyle, and I don't know, see where it takes me. I don't know. I don't really have a set plan for everything, but without anything else going on in the world, one more channel with family oriented content couldn't hurt, I don't think. Plus it allows me to do this, like, you know, allows me to talk without getting, I guess, interrupted or misconstrued, or someone thinking they know something when they don't, or going to sit in front of a therapist who doesn't really understand where you've been, but can kind of empathize with you a little bit. I don't understand how you pay for services like that. It should be a free thing. It should be free. You should not have to pay for someone's time to talk you through your problems whenever you've got enough stress in your life without the monetary financial problem. So yeah, that's another thing that I feel strongly about. I'd like to express my thoughts and opinions on the world at some point. Things that I like about the world, things that I don't really agree with. It's a weird one right now. The world is a very weird place. People are doing things that are not normal, in my opinion. I'm not going to get into that today at all. But anyway, yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment about this video or any future videos that I've done. That's all I got right now. I don't really know what else to say, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. So yeah, guys, feel free to like, subscribe, share if you need to. This is, I guess it's gonna be called therapy session. Yeah, love you guys. Good seeing you guys again. And anybody that's still subscribed from a while back, welcome to another video. Sorry for the depressive thought process that just happened. About 25 minutes in of nothing but memories and talking about things a little bit. So yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you guys later.